This is Full Metal, and today's video is on the Winchester Model 250. The firearm has been safety checked for this video. The Winchester Model 250 is a .22 caliber rifle that was originally produced in 1963 and then later discontinued in 1974. In 1966, a white spacer was added between the stock and the receiver, and checkering was also added to the stock. The particular rifle that I have on the table right now was made prior to 1966. The receiver is made out of aluminum. The weight of the rifle is approximately 5 pounds. Safety on the rifle is a cross lock that is located by the trigger guard. The rifle is fed using a magazine tube. When loaded with 22 long rifle rounds, the capacity is 17 plus 1. When loaded with 22 short, the capacity is 21 plus 1. This rifle is very accurate. I've been running a scope on the rifle, but it really isn't necessary. The iron sights are adequate, and they are both windage and elevation adjustable. What really adds to the accuracy is the weight. For a .22, this is a pretty heavy rifle. This rifle has fair reliability. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. I've had a lot of cycling problems running lead Remington Thunderbolt ammo out of this rifle. During cycling, the tips of the bullets would crush, deform, and then jam in the rifle. I haven't had any issues when using any kind of jacketed ammo. This is also a rifle you're going to want to clean fairly regularly. I went as long as I could without cleaning the rifle to see at what round count I would start having problems. And after 500 rounds without cleaning, that's when you'll start to experience light strikes. The magazine tube can cause a safety issue with this rifle. Let me explain. The way that this rifle is loaded is that a rod is removed from the magazine tube. This exposes a port in the side of the magazine tube that you drop the rounds into. After you've loaded all the rounds that you want into the magazine tube, you would then replace the rod back into the magazine tube. Well, the rod has a spring and a plunger, and what happens is when this is sitting inside the magazine tube, as rounds are being cycled, the spring will push rounds continually toward the receiver. As this spring begins to wear, the last few rounds might not have enough pressure on them to actually push them back so that they are caught and cycled through the receiver. So after you're done firing, you can cycle the lever, the action on the firearm, several times and not have anything loaded, but because of low pressure exerted on the rounds by the spring, you may still have rounds, usually it's like a couple, maybe like 1 or 2 rounds, still left inside the magazine tube. I always make sure that when I'm about to get this rifle ready for transport or to pack it away into storage, I always remove that rod and tip the muzzle downward just to verify that no rounds are still in that magazine tube. I'm really not a big fan of this method of feeding rounds. The Winchester Model 250 is definitely a fun rifle. It has high capacity, it's easy to shoot, it's accurate, and come on, who doesn't like to shoot a lever action? If you can find one, it's worth owning. A .22 rifle is essential to any firearm collection. This wraps up my review of the Winchester Model 250. As always, be safe and thanks for watching.